from my perspective, my dad was also a entrepreneur at the first place. So it was inside the family only that I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And but like after the college, I started my own business in the software side only, but that was a bit on the 3D CAD CAM kind of stuff that we were doing, right?
Right.
uh, uh, but that didn't kick off. Then I felt a very urging need to take some experience before trying my hand again in entrepreneurship. So I joined a company called Intech IT Services, which later got acquired by CA Technologies.
Okay.
And it was the kind of a cornerstone or a milestone, I can say, in my career, because that laid the foundation for the subsequent things that I did. Mainly, it set my domain. So I got into the ITSM, IT service management domain from there itself. And I just try to stick to that domain as much as possible and gain more deep understanding of the domain.
Yeah.
And with that deep understanding, I also able to figure out the problems that the customers are facing in this in that domain, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a natural urge to kind of solve the problems for the customer. And then once we kind of figured that out, what problem we wanted to solve, we kind of solved it, started the venture and started doing that. Yeah. So that was basically why I kind of started or taken this path of entrepreneurship. So it was always a urge of solving customer problem, and then wanted to also start something on my own. So Flint is basically born out of the idea that the next era of IT service management is mainly focused on the automation part of it. Like, don't people won't be continuously doing manual tasks, and the scale at which the IT is growing, it will not be feasible for the organization to tackle everything manually, right?
Right.
And that we have experienced. Well, I was working at another IT service management organization, so it was also evident because I was in the consulting part, and I was visiting the customers and seeing their pain points, right? So
yeah.
That was very much evident that with the industries definitely going on that path.
Yeah.
And I saw customers struggled to get the things done in automated way. So that was a problem that we identified, and we started working on it, but not in 2013, but pretty much later part of 2016, I think. So we started company in 2013, but started working on Flint in 2016 itself. Okay. So taking this concept, we kind of developed the product, mainly targeting the admins who will be able to easily script the product, and we taken the advantage of the buzz around the infrastructure as a code. Okay. We wanted to kind of develop a platform where the administrator will feel at home.
Right.
So that was the thing or to know what the basics of Flint and what it actually does.
Okay.
So it kind of automates the repetitive mundane tasks that the IT administrator would daily do, and can kind of save a lot of time for him, and he can focus on better stuff than doing the repetitive task. It was kind of a natural progression for Freshworks and for us as well, because we were working with Freshworks from 2018, and we got acquired in early 2020, in March 2020. March, April 2020. So it was not like it came as a surprise. We were already working with Freshworks customers doing POC on automations for over a year, and it was kind of a natural progression that okay, now we already know that the technology and tools are compatible, right?
Yes.
So it is better if we take this relationship to the next level, and then it started from there, and we got then acquired by Freshworks. Yeah, so it has evolved a lot. Like definitely, startup has its own challenges, but now scaling up is a bigger challenge for us. Then, so business is ever growing in Freshworks. It is very exciting to be at the right place at the right time. That I must say. So the business is ever growing. The customers are getting onboarded on daily basis in multiple numbers. So scaling was a challenge for me as a technology head. So we spend a lot of time making the software more scalable and as per the standards of Freshworks. And still we are working on it because the scaling is kind of unlimited. That with what I am seeing. So you scale for certain things, and then suddenly in a month again, due to the onboarding of new customers, you again have to scale up, right? And
Right.
you have to keep on tweaking the architecture to adjust to that scaling needs, right? You
Right.
have to be very thoughtful about the resources that you consume, the budget you get allocated to running your softwares and all this stuff, right? So it was a very different experience, and yeah, that thing that is the main thing that I learned here, and that is the challenge that Freshworks pose on a constant basis. Like you have to keep on scaling, you have to be flexible, you have to be cautious about the resources you are consuming. So that is definitely a challenge. Yeah, definitely. That is something very unique. I only saw in Freshworks. I have never experienced this kind of culture in earlier in my career. And before Freshworks, I have kind of spent 15, nearly 15 years in the industry, right?
Right.
So this craftsmanship, happy work environment is very important for the culture code. So they kind of I'll say empathize with the employees, and they kind of understand the work from home situation very well, and have taken due to this kind of policies, they have taken a lot of initiative in ease out the burden and the burnout in the employees. So yeah, definitely it is working. Yeah. So so Freshwork is right now I feel that it is in a transition phase. Like it has kind of managed to preserve, though it is an enterprise, but it has managed to preserve the core essence of a startup underlying. So from outer side, you can see it as an enterprise, but the core, you still get a feeling of a startup when you are working, actually working in a team, right?
Right.
So to preserve that, I think this flexibility of kind of work environment and the freeness of and the communication that happens on different levels of the organization is really that what we need to prevent. So there is no kind of, it is more of a flat hierarchy. You can reach any one at any time. You are free to speak your brain out, and people do hear and give you respect to your opinion. So that is one thing that we need to preserve, and not get into too much of hierarchy and that stuff. That is more an enterprisey thing, that from my point of view. But yeah, if we can able to preserve this culture, it will be really awesome for Freshworks, and and kind of encourage that entrepreneurship stuff inside. To be frank, yeah, I want to continue for Freshworks for some time, definitely. And the things that I'm learning here are unprecedented, like the scaling up and how to look at the product from. It has kind of changed the perspective to look at the product and how the company can grow, and how they are actually doing it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, but some years down the line, definitely I would also wanted to start another venture, but it is still in